Hey, what's up guys, Mark Yoon here, and today I'm bringing a hopefully exciting video. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is actually the second video in this over or under series that we were doing. So last video we actually talked about the most underutilized characters in Soul Calibur VI, and today we're going to be talking about the most overutilized characters in Soul Calibur VI. Now, just a precursor, this does not mean overrated, this does not mean that these characters should not be used. This is just based on the visual representation of those characters in the online space, and like when I'm doing versus matches and things of that nature, the characters that are most often used. Now, this doesn't obviously mean that they shouldn't be used again. This is just that this is the characters that people choose the most to go with, whether it be because they're really good characters or because of the fact that their movesets lend really well to certain attacks. And some of them being a little spammy, but not all of them. So we're going to talk about that today. But I wanted to show you the poll from yesterday, the other day's video, 2 days ago. And this was the most underutilized characters. And I asked you guys, and you guys actually voted on the poll. A lot of you voted and said that Hilda was the most underrepresented or underutilized character in Soul Calibur VI, which was one of my top 3 picks, so that is good to see that we are a little bit co-aligned there. But let's just jump right into today's video. So starting from number 3, who I think is probably the least overutilized out of these, is probably Aswell. And the reason why Aswell is on this list is mainly because it's the first time a boss character has been playable for a created character, period. So I see a lot of people using him. Number 1, I use him a lot myself. Number 2, he's the only character in the roster that doesn't have a default weapon. So he does summon weapons similar to how Necrid used to do, but when he's in his standardized form, like, he doesn't hold any weapons. This lends a lot of really creative opportunities for creating characters that are pre-existing characters, especially when like the weapon style can be overlooked or utilized towards that function. Like, I've created the Phoenix, I've created Venom, like a whole host, a whole litany of characters that can be utilized without using a weapon. So I think that's probably the biggest reason why he is overrepresented in the online space, but it's definitely not the only one. His weapon style is very good, it's very fast, it covers a wide area of attack, especially in his combo strings. He is a very good character to use, as should be, because he is the boss of Soul Calibur VI, so he obviously is going to be used by a lot of people. So I actually am probably at fault for this too. But moving on to the next one. The next one might come as a no shock to you either. Number 2 of the most overutilized characters in Soul Calibur is probably Grow. Now, this is also again at fault by me, because I use Grow for a ton of different characters. It's like, hey, Superman and like Supergirl don't use like weapons. Okay, give him the rock style looking one that you can turn green to make it look like kryptonite. You know what I mean? Bane, give it rocks. Hulk, give it rocks. Like, I use a ton of characters that use Grow style, and Grow is my main in Soul Calibur VI. So there's no reasons that I wouldn't use him. Also, the reason I think I see a lot of people use him a lot is the fact that he is a new character, and Soul Calibur VI being a new timeline, and talking about this new organization, the Evolve, and then introducing Grow with this awesome double-bladed, like, put-together weapon style, with a really cool, like, anime aesthetic. Of course, like, he's going to be overutilized. He's like a newcomer to the series, so a lot of people want to know what he's about. Once they got into that gameplay, I'm assuming, like me, they were probably hooked. My mains in the past have always been Cervantes, Taki, Mitsurugi, and now it actually seems like I've put all of them on the back burner because I use Grow the most. So it's no mystery to me why I see him represented a lot in the online space, playing it being either ranked mode or just online in general or against friends. Now, the number 1 spot, the number 1 overutilized character in Soul Calibur, and somebody who I kind of have a little bit of annoyance issue with when I fight him so many times back to back, no matter whether it be created characters or the character himself, is Nightmare. Anybody that plays against me knows that like I hate playing against Nightmare. I have actually like jokingly banned him from being used when we do like our member play sessions, and when I play with the Yoon-Fam. I really don't. Like, I let him use it. I just like talk a lot more crap when that comes to that. Not only is he hard to defend against, he's very fast and his movements, attacks are super strong. He's got that like over burst like move that he does to like can knock enemies back and can interrupt their combo strings. He's got really quick back to neutral defenses. He has a wide area of attack, so like it's really, you can't come at him from like any way, like unless you really know what you're doing. And he's also the mascot of like Soul Calibur. He's like always the one that's like symbolized in the symbol. So it's no mystery why people use him a lot. He is a very cool character, but I see a ton of people use him for their creative characters too, for their creations. I try to use the weapons that most fit the character that I'm creating, but some people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna create like Naruto. Like, yeah, give him Nightmare's weapon. Who cares, right? I'm not saying he's a bad character. He's a really good character. He's a really powerful character. He's up there, man. He's probably one of the best characters in Soul Calibur VI. So it's no surprise to me why so many people actually want to main him and use him online against other people. And I can't fault them for that. It's just, whew, man, I've used him for a couple creative characters. He's got that long katana, so like it was able for me to use him for Sephiroth. I think I've also used him for like Guts from Berserk and a couple other characters. There has been like a bunch of characters that like obviously I couldn't create because this character creation isn't as good as 5, but I'm getting there. But yeah, man, Nightmare's #1. So we got number 3 we have Aswell, number 2 we have Grow, and number 1 we have Nightmare at the top of the bunch. So let me know if you agree with this list. I'm gonna post another poll, obviously, on the community tab of my YouTube channel. So hopefully, if you want to vote over there, you can. Also, let me know in the comment section down below who you think is also alongside this list as being like overutilized and overrepresented in the online space, and we'll take the conversation from there. I want to thank you guys for being with me and watching my channel and subscribing and liking and all that good stuff, and especially the Yoon-Fam members that have that contribute to the channel monthly. I super appreciate you guys, and I want to give a special shout out to you. And with that being said, we're going to bring this video to a close. And as I always say, I love it, thank you, and sick you.